What's up everyone, my name is Josh and this is Josh Unboxed and welcome back to another episode. This is another weekly pickups and sales video. I do these things weekly where I love to showcase the cards that I picked up as well as the cards that I've sold. I feel that being transparent as possible is very important. So I want to show you guys every card that I've picked up, whether I overpaid or I found value and got cards as a bargain, as well as the cards I've sold, whether I made a good flip or if I lost out on money, because those are important lessons to learn as well, because we can learn lessons from losing money on cards, and I feel that only makes us even better and much more savvy collectors and investors at the end of the day. So I want to start off with the sales, and the first one is to me, I consider it as a loss. So I sold 7 Kyle Guy Prism base cards. Now, I bought these cards for about $1.50 to $1 each. The total lot of 7 cost me only $10 to buy. I bought this during the height of the preseason when he hit that game winner, I believe. Thinking to myself, oh man, his cards will skyrocket. I went to a card shop, found a whole bunch of them, decided to buy them. Tried to flip them, but obviously that failed. I was hoping to try to sell these for like $30, but I ended up selling them for $15. It's been sitting there for a long time. Finally, someone shot an offer for 15 bucks. I took it, might as well cut the losses right then and there. A lesson to be learned. And the lesson to be learned is that these fly-by-night, these flash-in-the-pan type of players don't always pan out. Unless you've already had their cards on hand, then you can make profit. But if you're going out and looking for these cards to try to flip and sell, then you most likely will lose out on that. I just wanted to count my losses and just sell the card. So lesson learned for me. When I don't prospect as much, or I don't buy hype as much anymore, I try to let things kind of die down and try to make much more sound decisions. So this is a lesson learned and a mistake made by me. All right, so the other 2 sales I made, I don't have the cards with me on hand anymore, so I'm gonna show some pictures of it. And the first one is the 1992 Topps Shaquille O'Neal rookie card. It was a PSA 9. I sold it for $150. I ended up buying it for 87 bucks back, I wanna say in October. So we made a pretty healthy profit on that. After fees, it ended up being like about $133 total money gained by me. And if you consider the amount I spent on it, profit's probably about 50 bucks. Not much, but hey, profit is profit. And I was able to put that money into a different card that I wanted to buy into and hold long term. The other card I sold was the 2020 Topps Finest Flashback Bo Bichette rookie card. It was a PSA 10. I bought the card for $139. After taxes, it came out to $157. Ended up selling the card for $195. So not too much of a gain on this card if you consider fees and such. The card ended up I ended up getting $177 off of the sale. So small amount of profit on that card, but the reason why I let it go was because there was an opportunity to purchase a different card that I wanted to, and I wanted to move that money into something else. So whether, a profit is a profit, like I said earlier. So whether it's $20 profit or if it's $100 profit, you can at least use that $20 to put into something else. Do I believe in Bo Bichette? I do. I really do. That's why I still have 2 more of his Topps flagship PSA 10s. So I do believe in Bo Bichette. I like him a lot. And I have a couple of cards that I'm submitting to PSA to get graded of his. So now it's time for the pickups. I got 6 cards that I picked up. 4 sports, 2 Marvel. I'm going to show you guys the Marvel cards first. These are 2 Precious Metal Gems 2017 Fleer Retro Spider-Man metal cards. This is Black Hat, number 2/199. It's number 2/199 here. I know there's been a lot of talk about Marvel cards lately, but I've been hearing the majority of people talk about the 1990 Impel set, which is cool and all. That's the first major Marvel release, I think, in the 90s. And I bought a couple of those cards myself. Back in September, I bought a few Spider-Man, Stan Lee's, Black Panthers, what have you. But I feel like, those are base cards. Yes, you can make some good returns on them, but I think where the values at are in these precious metal gems. If the precious metal gem market is any indication, you just look at precious metal gems for football, basketball, hockey, baseball, they carry a lot of value, they carry a lot of weight. So the idea has been to purchase PMGs rather than focus on those 1990, 91, 92 what have you. And even 1990 is not one of the first sets to ever come out. They did come out with a 1966 Donruss Marvel superhero set. If there was a first set that I would focus on, it would be the 1966 Marvel Donruss versus the 1990 Impel set, and as well as these PMGs that were released in like 2013, Fleer Retro, 2015, 2016, I think, 2017. They were released in various years, but I feel like, you know, these cards have value. Actually, a coworker or staff member of mine has been focusing on just strictly PMGs. He hasn't even touched the other Marvel cards. He's been buying up blues, purples, greens for good prices, and we just submitted a whole bunch to PSA for him. So I think this is where the value really lies. So if you're really looking into Marvel cards, I suggest looking into PMGs rather than the base cards. But obviously PMGs carry a heavy price to it. I mean, these prices have skyrocketed lately. I got these two cards for $10 a piece. So the next card is 2019 Bowman Chrome Fernando Tatis Jr. This is a PSA 10. This is his rookie card, Bowman Chrome rookie. I paid $224, I think. I won it at an auction. So after taxes and such, it ended up becoming like $240. Kind of felt, now that I look back at it, hindsight 2020, that I kind of overpaid for this Bowman Chrome card. I mean, I paid more for this card than I did for the Topps flagship, the Topps PSA 10. But I'm a big believer in Fernando Tatis. I feel like he's going to be the face of baseball for many years to come. He's just lovable, you know, very, very high energy, you know, a great guy to kind of market it around in baseball. And I feel like he can really carry that sport to the next level. I'm slowly building a Tatis PC myself, so it's nice to have this card in the collection. The next couple of cards I got, or the next two cards I got, fall into the line of that stack and stash concept that I talked about, and that is the Jerry Rice 1986 Topps. This is a PSA 8. So I did talk about this in one of my videos of how I felt there was value in the PSA 8s and the BGS 8.5s. So I went ahead and got them. This one I paid $350. I threw an offer out for $350. The guy accepted. So I think after taxes and such, it went to like, it was like $380. But still good value considering on on the increase of this card since then. So I think the card goes for 400 plus now, and I feel like this card has a lot of room to grow. And I also got, like I said earlier, the BGS 8.5. This one I bought for $280 in auction, and I think after taxes and shipping it was over $300. But yeah, the whole concept of stacking and stashing applies to this card, so I felt like you can't go wrong with stacking up these cards. The last card is a big one, and that is this 1961 Fleer Bill Russell. This is a PSA 6. Look at that color on this card. The color looks so beautiful. I paid $1,000 for this card. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of money for this card, but it's Bill Russell. It's a 1961 Fleer, and it's a very respectable grade as a PSA 6. Obviously, I know I moved a couple of things. You know, that Jeter card was pretty big to move in order to be able to create funds to be able to purchase this card. I bought it from Cards and Coffee out here in Hollywood. I went there one day just to browse around, and I saw this card. They were selling it for $1,000. I hesitated and I went home without buying it. Thought about it for a day, and I thought to myself, I think I should get that card. So I came back the next day, went in there, purchased it, and I was like, all right, we got it. Really, really love this card. You know, it's not the most expensive card in my PC, but it's my favorite card in my PC. I don't think you could go wrong with Bill Russell. So yeah, very excited for these pickups. I think there is a lot of value to be had with these, especially the Jerry Rices. I may have overpaid on the Tatis. I think the Black Cats have tremendous value because they're precious metal gem cards, and I got them for 10 bucks a piece. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys found some value in this. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. I do these videos on a daily basis. I mean, not pickup videos on a daily basis, but I do these on a weekly basis. But I do topics of discussion, whether it's strategies or talking about particular plays. It's something that I enjoy. I enjoy the hobby. I enjoy talking about the hobby. It's fun. I love strategizing. I love giving out plays. To me, it's just fun. It's just fun talking about it. So with that being said, my name is Josh, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.